Hey everyone, we're back after
We're
after a
back.
1 week hiatus that we didn't announce.
No,
I'm your
I
host
mentioned at the
Matthew.
end, I said we might not be back next week. And
Oh,
we said
okay.
we'll see. And then we saw.
Yes, we did.
It was at the very end of
I'm
last
your
week's episode, but it was said.
Shut up. I'm your host Matthew, and this is my co-host Bricks by Mind. And today we'll be talking about Lego as well as some other things that might not be Lego.
Big update for this week. I'm purple. I'm continually on a quest to improve my content, the content on the podcast channel, and I was like, my lighting is terrible. So I was playing around with the light, and I see why all the video essay people do the purple lighting, because it does actually look pretty good.
No, it
At least in
does.
comparison to my other options. So I'm
I
purple
think this
this
looks
week.
a
I'm
lot
probably
better.
gonna be purple again next week. We'll see. For the foreseeable future, I'm purple. So hope you guys enjoy Purple Bricks by Mind.
Yep. New things are always happening here on the Woo Crew podcast.
Yep, we're revolutionizing every single week. Brand new things,
Yep.
strange new things.
Stranger Things.
Um, this week's episode, I'm gonna warn the people going in. This is the hater episode. We've got five
Yep.
things on our planning document, and 4 out of the 5 of them I have basically only negative things to say about. Or actually, 3 out of the 5 of them I have negative things to say about. One I don't care about, and the other one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So just warning going in, if you love fun and positivity, please still watch,
This
because
is
we need all the views we can get. But if you love dunking on a Lego set, we're gonna be doing that here. And I'm just warning you guys going in, because I don't want you to be like, wow, he's so negative all the time. I know, I'm aware. I'm gonna be negative. And I don't. One of these, I think you and I have a more divided opinion on, but
Which one?
the final item on the list, we'll
Okay.
see. So
Okay.
just announcement out of the way. So there's going to be a grand debate at the end of the episode between Matthew and I, and there's also secrets throughout. So make sure to watch all the way through. Right, Matthew?
There's always secrets throughout.
There's secrets throughout. Yep. So we want to get started with point number 1.
Yep. We're gonna get started with point number 1. So this is a little bit of catch up for last week because, of course, as you may know, we did not film last week because some of us were on a planned vacation. Was that all your PTO, or do you still have a couple days?
It wasn't PTO. I was working that entire time.
Okay. Okay. Well, you didn't get it approved by our company, so.
Oh, you're talking about PTO of the podcast.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that was not all my PTO. In fact, there's going to be a 3-week stretch where I'm not here at all in like a month. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find a temp to fill in for you. But anyways,
Yeah.
so before we get onto this set, it is important that we add a disclaimer prior to speaking about this set. This is a Harry Potter set, and the author of Harry Potter has some very controversial views, views that neither Sean or myself share. With that being said, we are still going to discuss this, and I'm going to try not to let that cloud too much of the discussion, but that is an important
So
thing
here's
to... Good?
Here's my thing: is you guys may have noticed, I know I did it last episode. I have this bit that I do, and I'm breaking character a little bit here, where whenever a Harry Potter set gets revealed, I'll say a new Harry Potter set was revealed, and then I'll immediately move on to the next subject. My take on Lego Harry Potter is complex, because I have a lot of respect for the designers, especially because I've met quite a few of them, and funnily enough, Harry Potter designers are some of the nicest people at the Lego group. So got tons of respect for them and what they do. I think a lot of what they put out is really amazing. But because of J.K. Rowling, I have personally chosen to stop supporting this theme at all, just because I can. Like, I'm not someone who will fault somebody else if they choose to continue purchasing this theme, as long as they are are normal. If you could separate her from the thing, more power to you. I choose not to do that, but I'm not going to judge you for that. Other people might, and that's just how the internet is. But yeah, it just a couple of years ago, I'm like, this is getting out of control, and I have enough other things in my life that I'm interested in to collect, that I am just not gonna collect Harry Potter at all. I'm not gonna think about it. That being said, I normally do the bit where I'm just like, here's the thing, and we move on. This set's really funny though, so I want to talk about this set genuinely, because I don't have good things. Because I just said, for years, I think I've said it to you, Matthew. I've always joked that I wish Lego Harry Potter wasn't such a good theme. Because if
Uh-huh.
it was terrible, I would love making fun of it more. But the designers do a really great job with it a lot of the time, so I can't make a joke other than I don't want to support it. But this time around,
Yeah.
it's kind of a stinker, so I'm okay talking about it.
So I'm gonna preface this discussion with I do still buy a couple Lego Harry Potter sets, and I was planning on getting this one because the location that this is based on is kind of like a glaring omission in the theme's catalog. Especially since the reboot, we have gotten 3 sets of this location, one that was specifically of this location. And that location is Hogsmeade, so here it is, up on screen. Um, so I'm gonna go first because I have more stake in this discussion. I think this might be my least
Yeah.
favorite set of the year. I have not disliked the set this strongly in a very long time. I was planning on getting this maybe even day one. I will not be buying this at all. I don't even like. I wouldn't even really want this set for free. I think it is worse in every way than the $80 set. The minifigures are absolute garbage. All of them are not all of them. I think one might be exclusive, but like they're almost all entirely parts reuse, and the figures that are characters we've gotten before are like worse versions of the characters. Like in 2024, we got a version of McGonagall with arm printing, and like a dual molded hat, and she doesn't have arm printing. I'm not even sure if she has like skirt printing here. No,
It
she
doesn't
doesn't.
look
She
like it.
doesn't have skirt printing. Um, but just like extremely weak minifigure selection, and then just like looking at the build, the 2 middle buildings, Sean Honeydukes and the like giant building in the center, those came in an $80 set, and this set retails for 400. Um,
That's my biggest. I posted on Twitter about this, but this looks like 3 copies of that $80 set smashed together, and you
it
may
looks like
notice
2.
that
It does not look like it is 3 copies of that
no,
set.
the buildings are a little bit bigger. I would say like the middle building is
Mm,
the size of 2 of the buildings in that smaller set, and then the buildings on the
yeah.
side each seem like the size of that smaller set. So, um, I would say it's like 3 of them smashed together. However, you may notice
Mhm.
that set was $80. This one's 400. Now, 80 times 3 is not 400. It is distinctly very far from 400. In fact,
It
that's
is.
240.
Yeah.
And also, the $80 set had what, 7 or 8 minifigures.
Mhm.
This one has 12. So 7 times 3 is also not 12. It's
Yeah.
you might get
I,
confused because that's
I,
21, so it's a similar number, but they are different.
I feel like a really big issue here is this could have been if it was going to be a very bad set. I almost said a bad word there. If it was going to be a very bad set, they could have at least made it like a minifigure pack, but they didn't even do that.
No.
This doesn't like this reminds me of that like Lego Store exclusive minifigure pack we got, which was just parts reuse, except if the entire set's minifigure selection was like that. Um,
Yeah.
but just like outside of that, why would they do this the same way they did Diagon Alley? Diagon Alley is a street. All the buildings should be next to each other. This is a village. This is a village in the mountains. Villages in the mountains are not one long street. These are all separate buildings, kind of like on a hillside. This doesn't make sense at all in the context of what it is supposed to be. It's not it's not supposed to be a street. It's supposed to be like a little village. This should have had like a little town square. I think all the buildings should have been kind of like designed to connect in some way, but also like their own separate buildings because they should be spread out a little bit. Like I don't like how they're like squashed together like it is Diagon Alley because it's not. Um, I feel like this could have been good for like Winter Village fans, and I don't even really think it does a great job of that. I think the colors are way too dull and muted here for it to be like interesting for people who want it just for their winter display. Like I don't
Yeah.
think this set does anything very well.
The interior also looks very thin. Like what? It's 4 to 6 studs depending on the level. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks incredibly weak. I'm pulling up a picture. Where is the picture of the back? Here it is. So yeah. Also, they didn't even put like this. So in Diagon Alley, it had like fold out staircases for buildings that had 2 floors. The big building in the center, they just have like a second, a third, and a fourth floor that have no access. And I think it would have been way more interesting if like build off the back a little bit. Like you can leave it open in the
Yeah.
back, but just like make something interesting happen there. And then
Yeah.
also two of the like buildings here, like 2 of the doorways just lead to kind of like facades, and I think that's really lame because like I was more fine with it on Diagon Alley just as like space filler, but this set is way too small to have space filler. Um, like it doesn't feel like a set of this size should be like trying to fill space with dead space.
No,
And
especially when it's 12 minifigures, 3,200 pieces for
mhm.
$400.
And I'm looking at the interiors. I on it like the main the three broomsticks and the joke shop or the candy shop, whatever it is, that are in the $80 set, they're the same interior. They didn't make it any deeper. They didn't like really add very much to it. They just kind of look the same. They're like it's like 6 studs deep here. They
Do
got
you know what the
one
worst crime of
booth.
this set is?
What is that?
They ruined Cornelius Fudge, dude. That was my
Well, yeah,
favorite
that
character ever, and they ruined Cornelius Fudge.
that's a whole
Dude, the
different thing
iconic
though. I mean,
character Cornelius Fudge was ruined.
shut up. Uh, the faces on this set are like really weak because like Draco and him and I think another character have all had Harry Potter figures before, and they didn't use the heads that they made for those characters in this set.
Really funny.
Just like what
I
happened
think
here? I really want to know what
so,
happened here.
something positive I'll give him. I think Katie Bell is a pretty good figure.
She's the highlight of this set, but like I'm not buying a $400 set for her. Also, here
No.
is a lifestyle image of Diagon Alley connected to Hogsmeade, and it just like it looks so pathetic next to Diagon Alley. Um, like I don't even know why they posted this as a lifestyle image because like you are showing two products that are equal in price, and one of them looks like it costs half as much.
Yeah,
Like if this was a two
that's
hundred
really
dollar
funny.
set, I don't think I'd be as upset. But
Yeah.
like not to bring out the like Lego is a premium product, but like don't charge a premium product price and then give us this garbage. This is
Yeah,
bad.
it really is just like people will buy anything. Like this is like Star Wars pricing where people are just gonna buy it anyway, so they're just gonna make
Mhm,
whatever they want. But yeah, it like it feels like so many corners were cut here in a set that does not like. Yeah, you're right. If this was $200, it'd be like okay, the minifigures aren't great, but like
mhm,
that's a really good value you're getting. So I get that. But no, it's like if this had 20 minifigures that were all brand new and the build was exactly the same, the
mhm.
price still wouldn't be good. Like
Yeah.
so it's like the build's underwhelming, the minifigures are horrible, the price is horrible. It's just and it's a Harry Potter set. So
hmm
and
But
Cornelius Mm.
um, I don't want to be completely negative about the release of the set because we are getting a gift with purchase. And here that is on screen. It is the Room of Requirement, and I actually think this is a very good gift with purchase, and I really think it should have been released as like a $20 or $30, not 30, a $20 set with like another minifigure or two. Because I think this is quite good. Um, I don't have a ton to say about it. I think they probably should have made this in like the larger sized room, like $40 room that they've done for like the potions classroom. You probably don't know what I'm talking about at all. But
No, I was just gonna turn to the camera and say, um, Lego Harry Potter is coming out with a new gift with purchase. Okay, next subject. I'll let you
uh
continue if you have anything
well,
else you want to say.
yeah, no, I mean I do plan to get this in some capacity at some point.
Is it not
Just
only
be...
on the big one? Are you able to get it off other things?
Yeah, you are. You the threshold is $140 and there's two gift with purchases for that week.
Is it
Um
140 on Harry Potter or
or
140 on
I'm sorry,
anything?
it's 130, but it's only on Harry Potter.
Okay, so we will not be getting
Um
that one personally.
yeah, I didn't think you would. But I mean, it
I do.
connects to the
I
big
will. I'll give.
castle,
I do
so
like that it's not only on the D2C. I hate when they do that. So giving
yeah.
more people a way to
Well,
get it is a good thing.
I have a couple sets from the theme that would get me over that threshold, so I'm probably gonna get something.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting that boat, so and like displaying it with my One Piece stuff because it's a very weirdly shaped boat, and I think it would work well as like some random One Piece boat. But yeah, moving on. That is it for the Harry Potter discussion. Um, Next up we have Stupid Nike.
Stupid Nike is what it's called on our document. um, I didn't realize we were getting more Nike sets. I thought the one that I didn't like earlier this year was the only one, but they went, no, what if it was worse?
uh, yeah, so which one is the one from earlier in the year?
Nike Dunk X Lego set. That's the name of the set, is Nike Dunk X Lego set.
Okay.
It's the $100 one with the shoe and the basketball, and it spells out the word dunk.
Okay, that's the one from earlier this year. So we've got two more.
These are such funny sets.
Yeah, so looking at Nike Slam Dunk first, because I like this one a lot less, I think this set's bad. I don't think this looks very good, and it's
Yeah,
$70.
it's a neat idea what they were going for, but like I don't like how they built the character. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
the joints are really weird and odd, and of course they had to make the shoes massive because it's a Nike set, so like the shoes are out of scale with everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be curious to know which designers worked on this, because like the torso being a perfect like rectangle reeks to me of like this whatever designer this is probably is not from Ninjago or Monkey Kid or
Yeah,
like
no, I mean,
any team that's done a humanoid build before.
looking at this, it does not look like someone who's familiar with builds like in this style.
No. The waist joint's really weird and awkward. I don't know why they use the robot arm pieces for the fingers, because like we have better finger pieces these days.
Yeah, I'm surprised that even got through.
Like those are
whatever
fine
their
on a
input
Mac,
says.
but this is supposed to be a person.
Uh-huh. It's not a very
And then
humanoid
also
looking.
it's also very like the build's very skeletal. You got all the open tectic on the side. The figure's held up by support beams because it can't even hold up its own weight.
Mm-hmm.
It's just ugly. It's $70 as well. Just an
Yeah.
ugly set. Oh,
And
but
then
you can
we've also got.
customize the shoe. That's cute.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Well, I'm done talking about that set, honestly. Next up, we've got Nike Dunk Trick Shot, and I think this set's a little cuter. I like that it's like a little game, but also it's $40. Oh, that's not even as bad as I thought it was.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not in. It's just because I'm not in shoe culture, but it just like I'd so much rather an actual basketball set than having just a random shoe in the middle. Why is there a giant shoe here?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know why. It's because it's the Nike set, but it feels like this isn't like a model. This is literally just product placement, which I get. Like, there's the whole hypebeast crowd, which Lego's absolutely trying to get with these Nike sets, but this is very similar to how I feel about the first one, where it's just like it's a bunch of things randomly slammed together. It's like a basketball and minifigure and shoe. Well, I know like Nike is associated with basketball, but like I don't know. I don't need a giant shoe on a bat. This is just so not my thing at all. It's so stupid looking to me. But I agree. This is better than the other one. Like, I mean, the other one I would say is a little more inspired. Like it's like if the other one was done well, I would like it more. But this is definitely done better for what it's trying to be.
I agree. Not much else to say there.
Not much. These are very funny sets. Like I will never own any of them, but it's just so like, as someone who's not a basketball person or a like shoe hype beast person, like a set that talking about the one from earlier this year, giant buildable words that say dunk, a shoe, and a basketball just slammed together on a little display, and then a little minifigure of that basketball head. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Anyways, moving on. We have some sets that I'm not as negative about. We have
sets I'm actually very positive about. I still won't buy them because I don't really care a ton, but these are good sets.
So we've got the Wednesday sets here. First up is Things Apartment. I love this set. I might actually get it on sale at some point because I think it's very cute.
Yeah, if I find it on sale, I'd get this one. Unfortunately, it is $90 retail, which is like, but all of the first Wednesday wave went like 80% off. So
yeah. So I do have hope that this will be available for quite cheap, but I think it's a really cute set. I think it would make a really good like photography set for like Instagram comics.
Yeah.
The mini doll here is cool. I
like that she uses the Nami hairpiece.
Oh, she does. I didn't even notice that. That works
Yeah,
actually really well for her. I think that works better for her.
I agree. And it's cool to see that part is not like IP locked. They're willing
Hmm.
to use it in other themes.
I think a lot of the mini builds here are really cute. Um, and I think the thing build is actually pretty well done.
Yeah, I agree.
Not much else to say here, really, though. Um,
Yeah, me neither. But I like it. It's a good set. Little
and
price is a
then,
little on the higher end, but I'm viewing this set as if it's going to be 50% off. So that's
mhm,
why I think that's why I'm a little more positive. Like I know this one goes 50% off.
yeah. Then
Uh,
we've got
Also
Morticia's
comes with a
Cottage.
fidget spinner in the big 25.
Does it?
Yeah,
Where?
there's a little fidget spinner
Oh,
built in
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I see that. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah,
And then moving on, we have Morticia's Cottage, and I think this is a much more like visually interesting set. I think this looks so good. Like this is
yeah.
really well done. It's really missing Gomez, but um, other than that, I think it's really good. Um, the car's cool. I think the mini dolls are cool. Mini dolls have grown on me. I have a couple, and I like them.
They they've gotten better when they I think it was with the Friends reboot. They started doing the expressions differently, where like the characters have so much more personality. They're not just like a blank smile. And I
Uh
think
huh.
that's what really improved them. I mean, we saw with the Lego Movie too as well. They did them really good. But
Yeah.
yeah, when they switched to doing actual expressions and not just like soulless smiles, I think is when they. I still like prefer minifigures, but I think these have a fine spot in the Lego world now.
And then this building is weird because it's fully enclosed and it splits into three different sections, which is a really interesting way to do this. And I'm cool with it. Like that lets them do like
Yeah, I
six
agree.
little rooms in a pretty small house. And I think the house looks great. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about it. It's a good
I like
set.
the little
Um,
gargoyle in the front of the car. I think that's fun.
mhm. That piece actually came also on the big Wednesday set from last year. I just built it and I
Yes,
thought
yeah.
that piece was really cool.
Um,
Um,
but yeah, I like the whole vibe of the set too. Just like the black
mhm,
and the dark blue. I feel like I've not seen the Wednesday show, so I have no like connection to the IP. But I feel like that gives the set some interest outside of being a
mhm.
fan of the IP. 'Cause it's just a cool like sort of gothic house.
Me and Lola really like the show. It's quite good, honestly. Um, but yeah, I mean it's a good set. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And then we have what'd you say?
oh no, go ahead.
Oh, next up we have the big reveal. Something big was revealed today as of us recording this.
Yep,
2 days ago, as of you guys viewing this. New Lego game coming out. Lego Batman, the ultimate. What's it called? Lego Batman, like
the Dark Knight
the
Saga, I
Darkest
think.
Night, the Dark Knight
Uh,
Saga. Um, Batman, Dark Knight Legacy,
that sounds right.
Legacy of the Dark Knight, Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight, a brand new game from PT Games. This has been rumored for a couple weeks now, and I thought it was fake. I'm gonna be honest. I did not believe a single person who said that game was coming out. I said, no, that's not real. That is not happening. But
Uh huh.
apparently, it is real. It's here. Um, and I am not excited for it.
So I am going to reserve judgment until we get to play the game. It seems like they have made weird decisions, but
Hmm.
I will also say it looks like they've almost gone the direction of like the Arkham games, and those games are incredible. So I want to like not be harsh on it because I think they've made some weird decisions. Namely only having seven, I think, playable characters,
Seven
whereas
playable
Lego
characters,
games.
and six of them I think are like co-op only. I think Batman's the only character you play as in the main story if you're single player.
That's
I
very
don't know
weird
that.
for a Lego game.
Um, yeah. So so I have a very complicated relationship with TT games because I feel very burned by Skywalker Saga. I think that game was one of the biggest fumbles of all time. Um,
Mhm.
I think I think that's the popular opinion these days too. Because I remember when it came out, people liked it, but these days I mostly hear people saying it wasn't very good, and that's how I felt when I played it. I think leaning into the open world over like rich level design is very dumb. Like open world's
I
fun, but I
agree.
would so much rather play good levels than have like a rich open world. And
Hmm.
that's what Skywalker Saga was for me. It was just like the levels were uninteresting, repetitive, and super short, right? They just felt like they had to fill it out to get all the movies. And then they did the open world, which was fine, but it was just like because there was so much of it, a lot of it felt so empty. Um,
Yeah.
and then my biggest critique of Skywalker Saga is that there was only, I think, 7 characters, right? Or was it 8?
Hmm.
Because Saga had this brilliant idea. We're gonna split the characters into classes. So you had like the Jedi, the shooter, the scoundrel, or whatever they call it, the smuggler, I think it was. Um, but what they didn't reveal was it wasn't just classes. It was essentially here's your 8 characters, then pick your skin. So every
Hmm.
single smuggler was the exact same character. Every single shooter was the exact same. So Luke Skywalker in his pilot outfit played exactly the same as Captain Rex because they both had a gun. Uh,
So this, if you're not super familiar with Lego games, a really big staple of older ones is every single character would have something that made them special.
mhm.
And this completely removed that. Like you can
Yes.
basically pick one character and like
Yeah.
you
Well,
never
you
need to use
essentially
another Jedi.
you pick your 8 favorite skins, and that's all you need to beat the game. Is like
Uh-huh.
one character from each class, and they can do. And I just think that's very like characters are what Lego games are known for. I think everyone who played Lego games growing up, like one of the most fun things was finding the niche characters and running around as
Hmm.
them. Um, so with Skywalker Saga, I just thought it was so lame. I think the Dimensions is the Lego game I've played the most. I grew up on a lot of the early ones, but because Dimensions was so long and had so much content, it's definitely the one I've played the most overall. And I think Dimensions' approach to abilities was really good, where obviously there's going to be overlap in abilities. Multiple characters can do different things, but they had a list of abilities, and each character would have a set of those preset abilities that fit them. So no 2 characters were exactly the same because they had different combinations of abilities. So like
Hmm.
no character was fully unique, right? Like they had this every character's abilities were also held by other characters, but the specific combination was unique to them, and that's I thought that was really cool. And Skywalker Saga completely ditched that. And then this game, I feel like is again we haven't seen much of it, so fingers crossed that's going to change on release. But from how it looks, it seems like they've taken it one step further, and it's just like no, it's literally 7 characters, like
Hmm.
that. Hopefully they play differently, but they might just literally be reskins. And even still, I think that like the characters are what makes those a part of what makes those games so special.
Yeah.
Um, I think Batman's a weird choice to do for a game because you can see Lego themselves isn't too interested in doing much Batman stuff these days either. So it's like,
Hmm.
why
I
is the
the rumor for a long time was that it was going to be a Harry Potter game, and I think that would have made a lot more sense.
I
Um,
think with the
with
I mean, but if they actually wanted to get sales, do a Skywalker Saga type MCU game. Like people would have gone crazy for
that
it.
would have been cooler. Yeah.
Yeah. But I also another thing for me is I feel like TT games is very much a thing of the past for me at this point. It's like
Hmm.
I have so much love for the ones I played in my childhood, Lego Star Wars 1 and 2. I spent so many hours on the original Lego Batman games 1 and 2. I loved. I played the Harry Potter ones. And then Dimensions is very special to me. I spent hours upon hours in that game. I 100% in year 1. I don't think I ever got around to 100% in year 2. But I just feel like we've reached a point where Lego has given their IP to other game companies, and it makes the TT games feel very stale. And I think they're trying to address that with this one. If you look at the gameplay, you're right, it is like the Arkham inspired gameplay. But then I just feel like, well, then I'm just playing the Arkham games, but with a Lego skin on it, and I don't really want to do
Hmm.
that either. I want to do because I guarantee the actual Arkham games are probably better. So
Yeah.
it's I feel like TT Games has kind of lost their place in the industry, and they're sort of a walking corpse. I did not think they're ever coming out with another game. Genuinely, I thought they were
Hmm.
done after Skywalker
So
Saga. So,
so did I.
we'll see. Like,
Also,
I'll
I
be
think
honest, I'm not unless.
it's a huge
Sorry,
miss
go
that
ahead.
they're still putting game. Sorry, it's a huge miss that they're still putting games out that are single player only, no online co-op.
That's the other thing that is insane to me. Is no, I've have seen that's not confirmed. Like they've not said anything, but I think they would have announced if online co-op was available. However, there was a leaker, in a games industry leaker, not a Lego leaker. So I hope I can talk about this. Lego, if you're watching, this is what I'm talking about. It's a games industry thing. But the person who let the world know that this game was coming also said something about there not being any online co-op, and that was ridiculous with Sky. Like I think that's another one of my biggest issues with Skywalker Saga is it's ridiculous. In when did that come out? 22, 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 22. In 2022, not having any online co-op, especially when you delayed the game like 5 times because of COVID, because everyone's indoors. That's the time you add in the online co-op because, like, those games are most fun with friends, and it's not as easy as an adult to like get people over my house to play a Lego game as it was when I was a kid. But I think you and I definitely would have played that together if we could have.
We tried to. We tried to use like the Steam Remote Play feature, and we just like couldn't get it to work.
Yeah. So I think, and then this is an issue. The other game studios are not having like that Horizon game that came out. Say what you will about that being $70, but that did have online co-op. Like very first game from that studio, very first Lego game from that studio. They knew how to do online co-op. So I think it's ridiculous that this is still a thing. I also, and then this might just be I'm growing up, but I feel like the charm of the TT Games humor has been lost for me. It's like
I agree.
I think they've become a little too self-aware that like the internet loves it, so now they're trying a little too hard to do it. Like I just the humor doesn't work as well when you also have voice acting in the game. I think is the biggest thing for me.
Well, because it's all like visual gags. Like
yeah, when the comparison I made today when we were talking in the group chat about it is I see TT Games the same way I see Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where when it becomes HD and well lit and like better made, it loses a lot of its charm. Where I still like it, like I still like that show, but there's something special about it being shot on a terrible camera and poor lighting. Like it's a lot of that charm is lost. So I don't know. I think the humor in the games was always like a fun surprise as a kid. Now it's like what they market them on, and it's like it's. But I might just be growing up. Like kids might like it because at the end of the day, this is for kids, foremost. But...
Yeah, I mean, I think that might be a big issue too. Like, I really don't find myself often anymore playing Lego games. Like, I used to like through college and stuff play them a lot, but like, I just like I don't know. I don't. They've kind of like lost something for me.
Yeah. So. Apparently this has difficulty modes, which is kind of fun. I'd be curious to see what that's like. But yeah, I think 7 characters is world like generational fumble. That's horrible. And then the gameplay also feels slow to me from what I saw in the trailer. And again, that could very much change by release. But like the movement, like they're advertising this like action-packed game where you've got all these cool moves you can do, and it looked very slow. The other thing that was getting me is I know it's a TT game. So you see Batman doing all these cool moves, but I know in the real world you're just mashing A, and that's how he's doing all those moves. It's just by mashing A. So, but I think I am very much burned because of Skywalker Saga, and I have very much grown up. So I think I don't want to like write it off entirely. I want it to be good. I hope. Oh, the light's coming in, dude. Look at this.
Wow.
I want it to be good. I hope I'm wrong. But at the current moment, I have 0 plans to play it. Like I will. See when it comes out. I'll keep an eye on the trailers, but
yeah, I'm probably gonna be passing on this one at least at full price. I still need to play the Horizon game. That was a game I actually like, really wanted to play, and I just haven't.
Yeah, that game was good, but it was $70, which I think killed any hype for it.
Yeah, that should have been like a $40 off the gate game.
Like 20 even.
But, game 40 is usually like the lower tier game, like big game release, and I feel like that would have fallen into that.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's about it for that topic, but we have a little bit of a One Piece update this week. So Sean, what this is not Lego One Piece, by the way. This is the media. What have you gotten up to in One Piece? Anchor Boy. But Shanks, your arm.
But Shanks, your arm. So I just finished Alabasta in One Piece. I was on vacation, and while I was on vacation, I said, you know what? I'm going to watch One Piece. And I finished all of Alabasta. Well, I didn't finish all. I was like halfway through Alabasta. And I'm glad to be done with Alabasta, is my take.
I think So I'm also in Alabasta. However, let's just say I have fallen. Um, I gave up on the anime and I'm reading the manga now. The manga, I'm reading the manga now. The anime was making me flipping angry because they just keep repeating what they're doing over and over and over again, and it was taking way
Yeah,
too long.
I might switch to. I know there's. It's called One Piece, and it's like an edit of the anime that trims out all of the filler, like including just
I,
like an
I've
individual scenes, like repeating the same thing over and over.
I've heard
Um,
of that. Yeah.
I might look into doing that because yeah, it is like hitting me that like oh my god, I've what's 5 months into this and I've only seen 130 episodes, and there's like a part of me that's like oh I want to have the authentic experience. But there's another part of me that's like it's 1,000 episodes. You have an adult job now. Please just like make the most of your time.
hmm
So
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt, and it's a lot easier for me to like squeeze in reading a chapter during the day than it is for me to watch a 20-minute episode because I
yeah,
can read a chapter in like 6 or 7 minutes. I
because that was
cannot.
how. So
But
finally finishing Alabasta, it was like I was. It was cool to finally finish it, but and I liked the story, but it just felt like it took so long. By the time it was done, it was just more relief than like actual like
yeah,
satisfaction. And obviously,
I can almost guarantee you if you ever do switch to the manga, like I immediately started enjoying Alabasta more when I started reading it instead of watching it.
yeah.
Um,
Another thing that's very funny is they spoiled the ending to Alabasta like 5 episodes early because they changed the opening to like the next arc's opening, and it's like, why did you do that? That's so stupid. And I like I
nice.
already knew it's I won't spoil it for people who haven't seen, but it's like a big status quo change. Someone leaves the team and someone joins the team, and the person who joins is like a big reveal. It's like not if you don't know what happens at that point. There was like very little to hint that that would happen.
hmm
So now I already knew because like we are in 2025. I've seen enough like merchandise to know that she's on the team, but
hmm
it's it was very funny to be like if I was watching this for the first time, I think I'd be really bummed if I just saw that like in the middle, like right in the climax, like. And it's not even like it was the final. It was like 5 episodes before we got there, and just all of a sudden, oh, someone's gone and someone's here. I'm like, oh, okay,
Uh,
sure, we're doing that now. So yeah,
um,
I definitely I want to finish the story one way or another. We'll see how I do it. But I'm in
I
TV original one right. That's the name of the chapter on Netflix.
ah, I'm
Yeah,
committed to getting through One Piece. I can't do the anime, so I'm
yeah,
just doing the manga
yeah.
because I think I
I
can
might
get through it
do.
much
I
faster.
need to look into One Piece like how it works. Um, I might switch to
My
that. I might switch to the manga.
I think the Brick Fools would crucify you if they heard you say that.
I know I did. What is some a couple of them recommended it.
Oh, they were talking like a week ago about how like you've not watched One Piece if you've watched One Piece.
Oh
They,
really? I
they,
don't know what it cuts out though because I would have to like I want to make sure I get the full story, but if it's literally just cutting out them saying the same line 30 times in
yeah.
one episode, then
So something that kind of made me really want to switch was the fact that a lot of things like the stuff the anime adds is considered non-canon. Like the
right,
manga is what is canon, and that just kind of made
yeah,
me think like, why am I watching this then? Anything that I
right, because
see
I
is
will
like
never come
that's
back.
not. Yeah, like
Well,
I'll be
that's why
fine.
is I would prefer to watch rather than read, but and I'm okay watching like actual like canon filler, but the non-canon filler, I don't need to see it, especially because like it's never going to come back, so it means nothing. It was just to like tide the kids over while they worked on the next episode.
hmm
So yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But we're on a little bit of a hiatus right now, while because after watching like 20 episodes of Alabasta in like 3 days, I'm like, all right, that's enough One Piece for right now. Still love it though.
Yeah,
I do really love
my
it, but
my goal is to finish or to be caught up with the manga by Chicago next year.
that's a goal.
I think I could do it.
Well, actually, if you're reading, you'll be fine. If you're watching,
Yeah,
that would be a lot. But no, if you're reading, you'll
watching,
be fine.
I don't think I'd be able to catch up watching, but there's like 1,000 like 100 something chapters, and I'm on chapter like 190, I think.
Yeah.
Um, and I read like 10 chapters today. So
Yeah.
I think I will get there.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But
Mhm.
we're getting there. We're getting there as we get there. I'm past where season 2 of the live action is, which is my main goal. Because I didn't want to be spoiled by trailers for the next live action. So
Mhm.
um
I actually think I'm going to watch the live action now that I'm reading the manga. I forget.
okay. I don't know which of us it is, but one of us has part in it. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Were you saying you were gonna watch the live action when it comes back?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch the live action now because I'm not watching the anime anymore. Another TV show coming back soon that I am excited for, and you're probably excited for also. Gen V comes out in like less than a month.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, I think it comes out like mid-September.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm curious where it's been so long last season. I'm curious where they're gonna go with that. But
Yeah, I
it'll
think
be
it's been
fun.
two. I think it's 2 years in between those seasons. Sean's camera's gone.
Oh,
Man down. Man down. No. All right. Well. Yeah. So that's about all we've got this week. Um, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe so you can see our podcast again when we post one again next week. I have been Matthew, and this has been my co-host, Bricks by Mind.
it been
This
breaks
is
my
us.
mind, and I've been purple.
Yep. Matthew and Mind signing off.
Bye, everybody. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye.